We had a team that was in it, and then we've had a different team now in it. We've had teams that are part-time that were allowed to play and then not play, and now they're allowed to play again. And we've got teams that weren't allowed to train before this weekend, and now they can train. We now think we've got it, and we're here and we've arrived at the first round of the FA Cup for 2020. So before we do anything and get back into the mouth-watering FA Cup first round that it promises to be, don't forget to make sure you hit that subscribe button, which only takes a couple of seconds, and that like button to help us out. Subscribe so you do not miss out on further videos coming your way, all football related. So the government guidelines have been confirmed that they have changed. Teams that are playing in the FA Cup that are below the elite football level, as they say, lowest being the National League North and South. These teams can participate in the FA Cup first round this weekend and can train ahead of it, going against what they have asked the other clubs at the lower steps to be able to do. Stockport County had to replay their match against Chesterfield due to Chesterfield fielding an ineligible player. In years gone by, and all the times I've known it, them teams are normally just thrown out the competition, but they gave them a chance to still get through to the next phase. But instead, it gave them Stockport the confidence of getting that winning mentality back after their 4-0 win over Chesterfield during the week. So now we have the full fixture list. Don't think any clubs so far COVID related are going to stop them from playing this weekend. Scunthorpe United, the team has been shielding for a long time. They look set to be back this weekend for the FA Cup first round. So let's have a look and close in depth at these fixtures. Going into this weekend, here are the top scoring clubs so far that have played in the Cup. Obviously, some teams, this is their first game. But Cray Valley Paper Mills, the team have scored 19 goals in this competition already. Skelmersdale United kick the FA Cup off on their Friday night game. They are next. And there's also worth mentions there for FC United of Manchester, Darlington, under Canvey, and Oxford City. We'll give you predictions at the end of this thing, who I think will be the famous 5 teams knocking each other out. But we start our roundup with the Friday night game, Harrogate versus Skelmersdale from Step 9. Harrogate now of League 2, no qualification needed for them this year. Lost in the FA Cup game last season to Portsmouth in the first round, as they went on to head into League 2 from the National League with their promotion. For Skelmersdale, it's been a big, long road, hasn't it, for them? A 4-1 away win to Northern Premier League side Stafford in the last round, followed on with another away wins at Longridge Town after home win against National Premier League team Lancaster. And Bootle has been their story so far of the FA Cup. 14 goals scored already, and they've also had to go through 2 preliminary rounds as well, such as the mammoth task it is for these clubs to get to this stage. They beat Congleton Town and Penistone Church 3-2. The 4-0 defeat at Ashton Athletic in midweek will not have helped them with mentality, but surely their focus has been on this FA Cup game at Harrogate. Amini Adigbenro has scored 2 and Lloyd Elam scored 2 in the previous round, and they surely will be the threat of them going forward on Friday night as they try and cause an upset and get some more money for the much needed size in non-league at the moment. Harrogate Skelmersdale kick us off on the Friday night. Then we move into the all-important Saturday games, and Tonbridge Angels, they go up against Bradford City. Bradford with no win in 4, and Tonbridge thumped a decent outfit in Taunton 5-0 in the previous round. 15th in the National League South for Tonbridge at the moment. We'll fancy an upset in this one. Exeter City go up against AFC Fylde. 9 games since their last defeat for Exeter. 4 home wins in a row. Fylde will need to be at their best to beat this side. Their 100% record went in midweek with their first draw of the season, and they've beaten higher opposition Altrincham in the previous round. Banbury versus Canvey is Step 7 versus Step 8. Both teams fighting to be in the second round. 17th in the Southern League Central are Banbury at the moment. 2 wins in 6 FA Cup. 2 wins in their last 6 in the FA Cup games as well. A late show against Bury Town put them through into the next round. Self and then Henry Landers with the winner in that game. Canvey, a 3-2 win over Cray, put them into the hat for the first round. A big win over them. They 3-0 up. Really did hang on towards the end against a decent Cray outfit. Away wins at Bedford Sports and Biggleswade on penalties, and also beat Dereham and Ware, sitting 15th in that league as well, are Canvey. Evans and Kwasi, the 2-goal heroes from that game against Cray. Barrow, they go up against AFC Wimbledon. There's Bolton, they are at home to Crewe. Boreham Wood will be hoping for an upset as they go against Southend United. 13 games in all competitions this year. Southend have played 0 wins. Brackley, 1-0 down to Musk, was causing a bit of an upset in the last qualifying round. They ended up winning it 5-1. And Love and Mitford with 2 of those goals. Bishop Stortford, unbeaten in all competitions this season. 11 games and 8 wins. And also including in that a penalty win as well. That was at Welham Garden in the FA Cup. And they've also went on to beat Brentwood, Royston and St Albans, the league above them, as they travel to Brackley. Bromley go against Yeovil in an all-national league tie. Cambridge host Shrewsbury. Cambridge 7 home games unbeaten. Shrewsbury not scored in their last 4 visits to Cambridge. Charlton, they go up against Plymouth Argyle in an all-League One affair. And Cheltenham host South Shields. Cheltenham sitting 6th in League 2. Very strong record at home last season. South Shields, first time, this is their best performance so far into the FA Cup, and they're here at the first round. 5 games, not conceded in, 6th in the Northern Premier League, one of the favourites to go up. Definitely should have got promoted last season. They've had it hard with getting to this stage as well, with away wins at Warrington, Ashton United and Southport before a 2-0 win over National League side Halifax in the last round. It really will be a good game down there in Cheltenham. Colchester United start us off in this lots of fixtures against Marine. 3 home wins in a row for Colchester, sitting 11th in League 2. Up against Step 8 side Marine, 9th in the Pitching In North West Division. Started with a 2-1 win in the preliminary rounds at Barnoldswick Town. Won 1-0 against Frickley. A penalty win away at Runcorn Linnets, and then a 4-1 win over Nantwich of the Northern Premier League. Really was a shock in that. Then a win away at Chester, and 2 wins after that. They've definitely full of confidence at the moment, Marine, stepping into this. Can they beat the Heroes of 92-93, where they reached the 3rd round of the FA Cup? Dagenham and Redbridge, sitting bottom of the National League, go up against Grimsby. 2 defeats in their last 7, means Grimsby are getting a little bit of form back. Gillingham plays Woking. Gillingham, 1 goal in 6 games. That was the winner against Crewe on Tuesday. They go up against a Woking side, 9th in the National League, hoping to get to the 4th round as their best from 1990-91 season. Hull City up against Fleetwood Town, and Ipswich face Portsmouth in all League 1 affairs. Leyton Orient go up against Newport in a League 2 affair, and then Lincoln City host Forest Green Rovers. Lincoln, great start to the season, however lost their last 2. Forest Green have won 6 of the last 8. Should be a quite entertaining game there at Sinsel Bank. Oxford United, sitting near the bottom of League 1, go against the team who are the best side on paper going into this weekend. Top of League 1 is Peterborough United. And Port Vale against Kings Lynn. Can Port Vale hit some headlines this year? That man, especially Tom Pope, makes headlines, didn't he, last season? He equalised away at the Etihad to make it 1-1 against Man City in the 3rd round of the FA Cup last year, going on to lose that game 4-1. Kings Lynn got a bye into the 1st round after Notts County's COVID reasons. Done okay in the National League since getting promoted, but they do concede a lot of goals, so they'll need to be at their best to beat a decent Port Vale side here. Rochdale would have been scouting Chesterfield going into this weekend, but they've now had to change that as Stockport County replayed that match and ended up winning. So it's Rochdale versus Stockport. Rochdale took Newcastle to a replay in the 5th round last season. They'll be hoping for another good run this year. Stockport sitting 2nd in the National League, as previously mentioned, beat Chesterfield 4-0 in the 4th qualifying round to reach the 1st round, after replayed due to losing on penalties before, but the ineligible player from Chesterfield means that had to be replayed. Salford and Richie Wellens' first game in charge as they go up against Hartlepool United. Stevenage play Concord. Stevenage, 10 games, all competitions, no victories. 3-1 defeat at Colchester on Sunday was their first, on Tuesday, sorry, was their first goal they've scored in the last 7 games. So they need to start scoring some goals into that back of their net. Concord beat Potters Bar, Whiteleaf and Chippenham in the FA Cup so far. And their last 2 games kind of sums up their up and down season so far. 6-0 defeat and then a 4-1 victory. Sunderland go up against Mansfield. Sunderland only 1 defeat this season in 90 minutes, and that was to Portsmouth. a couple of weeks ago. Mansfield yet to win this season. They go to the Stadium of Light. That'd be a pretty good bar to set if they can get that first win there. Swindon, managerless Swindon, go up against National League North side Darlington. Swindon lost 6 of the last 7 in all competitions, and obviously, as previously mentioned, lost their manager to Salford this week. Darlington, on the other hand, they beat Prescott on penalties, a 6-1 win over Tadcaster and a 2-0 win over Cambridge City. They're starting to get some bodies back into the dressing room now, so their squad is bulking out a little bit, and they do look quite comfortable, especially looking at that 3-0 away win at Curzon on Saturday. Took Walsall to replay last season. They'll be hoping for another decent cup run and go one further with a win at Swindon this weekend. Tranmere face Accrington Stanley. Walsall go up against Bristol Rovers. FC United of Manchester take on Doncaster in the evening game. FC United and Manchester, only 2 defeats this season. Beat Warrington 3-1 on Tuesday in a big top of the table clash for them, which give them some good confidence. Beat Pontefract in the Cup 6-2 away at Curzon, and the bye against Alfreton before they beat Guiseley 2-1. So they have beaten higher opposition. They go up against Doncaster side, who have had some big wins this season, but only 1 win in their last 4. There's a chance of a good shock. The supporters being in the ground would have helped FC United of Manchester. They're not allowed to be there due to government advice. So it still has an opportunity to be a bit of an upset there. But there are Saturday games to take a look at who's playing on Sunday. Sunday's list starts with Scunthorpe United going up against Solihull Moors. Scunthorpe not played any matches since the 24th of October due to isolation and some of their players contracting COVID, so they have forfeited the last couple of games to be replayed at a later date. Before that, they had 6 defeats in a row, so it's a good opportunity to get the group together and try and get on a winning formula. Not doing very well in League 2 at the moment. On the other hand, Solihull Moors, 3 away games this season, yet to win on the road. Their home form's been pretty strong, but they will be looking for an upset here. Barnet go up against Burton Albion. Eastleigh, with only 1 defeat in 7, go up against a well-drilled MK Don side, but only sitting in 19th in League 1. Hampton and Richmond go against Oldham. They met each other last season in the FA Cup. 2 late goals for Oldham gave them a 2-1 win away at Hampton. Hampton beat Corinthian, Hornchurch and Hemel Hempstead to reach this round this year. 13th in the National League South at the moment. Oldham, confidence-boosting win over Cheltenham in their last match will give them something of a platform to maybe get through to the next round and start a winning run for Harry Kewell's side. Havant and Waterlooville take on Cray Valley Paper Mills, one of the stories of the season in the last round, and definitely the tale of the 4th qualifying round. 2-0 down away at National League Maidenhead. They turned it around to win 3-2 Cray Valley. The Isthmian South East Division side, top scorers in the competition. A 6-0 win over VCD Athletic, 3-1 win over Burgess. They've been pretty strong form, Cray Valley, this season. The league has been up and down, but with a good cup run, that's what's important for them at the moment. Havant and Waterlooville, their first defeat of the season was on Saturday away at Dartford in the league, beating Horsham, Chatham Town and Bath City so far to reach the FA Cup first round. Hayes and Yedding, they go up against Carlisle. Hayes and Yedding are in the Southern League South, and they sit 10th. 1 away at Margate in the Cup, won 5-0 against Bognor, beat Chipstead on penalties, and 1 away at National League Wealdstone, 2-0 in the biggest shock from one of the last rounds. 5th in League 2 are Carlisle United, and only 1 defeat in their last 7. They've definitely started very strongly, have the men in the north. Malden and Tiptree, they go up against Morecambe. Malden and Tiptree shocked Leyton Orient last season, didn't they? With a 2-1 win in London. Preliminary rounds again for them that started with a 1-0 win at Hertford, a 3-0 away win at Haverhill Rovers. Grays on penalties at home, they won 1-0 away at Braintree, a 1-0 win over Haringey, and all that just before they play this game against Morecambe, who are yet to play in the competition so far. So much effort goes in to get into this stage for these clubs lower in the pyramid. They sit 3rd in the Isthmian North, won it last year, couldn't get promoted due to COVID and the rules being the rules. Morecambe defence, not that solid, is it? One of the worst defences in the country. 9th in League 2, they've had a very good start. Don't see them struggling this year, and Derek Adams has turned them around quite well. Malden and Tiptree have got a chance of a shock this weekend though. Torquay, they host Crawley Town. Torquay with 6 wins in a row, sitting pretty and top of the National League. Crawley in 8th in League 2, going strong as well. won their last 4 visits down to Torquay as well. Wigan Athletic go against Chorley in a local game. No wins in all 8 competitions. No wins in the last 8 games in all competitions for Wigan Athletic. They want to change that around after beating Portsmouth and Doncaster. That run has kind of halted, and they need some consistency going forward as they try and fight relegation this year. Wigan up against a Chorley side who have no league wins themselves this year, and they do sit 21st in the National League North after just coming down last year from the National League. Their wins this year have come in the FA Cup, and that's been against Gateshead and York, so they can put on when they want to. Eastbourne, they finish us off against Blackpool on Sunday. Only 1 defeat all season for Eastbourne, doing very, very well. Beat Dorking, Sheppey United and Dulwich Hamlet so far, sitting 6th in the National League South. Eastbourne will fancy an upset and will be really up for the visit of Blackpool. Blackpool won 3 of their last 4, starting to turn some form round at the moment, sitting 12th in League One after a bit of a struggle at the start of the season. Last season took into Reading a replay last year. And then our only Monday night game is Oxford City against Northampton Town. We've done a piece on Oxford City already, and we'll just leave that in the description down below with the link for that video. We've looked in depth for them this year. The first defeat of the season came on Saturday, and they've been doing very, very well so far, and they will fancy a chance of an upset against Northampton Town, who are sitting 17th in League One at the moment. Got to the 4th round last year, Northampton, so they won a bit of a cut run again this year. Lost in a replay at Derby County. They won their banana skin last year at this stage, beating Chippenham, but Oxford City, who have beaten Royal Wootton, Tamworth and Weymouth in the Cup so far this season, will be hoping for a better start than they did to the Cup last year, where they lost 5-1 at home to Solihull, and that wraps up all the games we look at for the FA Cup first round. And let's have a look at the 5 potential banana skins that we feel are there to be had, and the 5 shocks I would put some money on this weekend. So who's my fancies for a cup upset? I've gone for Eastbourne Borough to beat Blackpool, Bishop Stortford to win at Brackley, Boreham Wood to beat Southend, Woking to win away at Gillingham. I think Concord could cause a shock away at Stevenage. These are the famous 5 I've gone for in this round to cause an upset. Worth noting as well, a few other teams that have got a very good chance to me: Malden, Tiptree, Solihull, Stockport, Torquay and Darlington. All wouldn't be surprised if they got a win as well. But they're the 5 I'm going to go for to push out there for an upset for the FA Cup first round. So there we go, guys. There's our first round preview of the FA Cup, giving you our predictions of who the famous 5 who we think can cause a shock. Let us know in the comments down below who you support and if your club's involved in the FA Cup this year. Who do you think is going to win the competition altogether? Who do you think is going to be the upset for the first round? Let us know in the comments down below, and make sure you hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on the next football video. Thanks very much for watching. Stay safe. Up the footy.